Pete Gluszak here, another edition of Bass University TV on the water. And previously I spoke about how the baits that I use to catch bedding fish that I can't see. Blind fishing for bedding fish is what I call it. And now I'm going to show you how to put those lures to work, how I actually dissect the habitat, what I'm looking for to try to find where these bedding fish are that I can't see. And we're in a key little area right now. We're in a little spawning pocket. I'm on a river system, okay? And I'm off the main river current right now. Fish are not gonna be able to spawn in that heavy river current. So they get into these backwaters, and they do this all over the country, and they certainly do it right here. And right here, I'm protected. I'm out of the heavy wind. I'm out of the heavy current. It's a very, very stable place to be. It's got good hard bottom for fish to spawn on. And here's what I look for in these types of areas. Here's how I break down the habitat. And right now we've got a vertical seawall, a bulkhead, whatever you want to call it. In this particular case, it's identified by these vertical pilings that you see right here. And it's about 2 to 4 feet vertical to the bottom. Fish love to put their beds against the wall. They love having their backs against the wall. So whenever I'm in a marina during the spawn, any kind of backwater during the spawn that has a vertical bulkhead, that's going to be one of the first places I look for spawning fish. And here we've got a good one. Now how I'm going to approach this is I am going to use drop baits or weightless baits, and I am going to put those baits right on the wall. Now, I mean right on the wall. You can't be short. You can't land 2 feet short of the wall and expect to have success. You've got to get your baits right up tight to it, because that's where the fish are. They're not 2 or 3 feet off. They are right on it. So I'm going to make every single cast there, and I'm going to allow that bait to fall, hit the bottom, and then I'm going to twitch it or drag it just a short distance, and then I'm going to reel it in, and I'm going to do it again. These fish are not going to be between me and the wall. They're going to be right on the wall. So once my bait comes off of that wall, I'm going to reel it in and make another casting presentation. That's so critical. And make sure those baits are landing right on the wall. I don't care. In this particular case, it's a jig, and I can use a shaky head, a drop shot, or a weightless tool. This is a shaky head, and I can accomplish the same thing by just getting that bait right up on the wall, letting it fall on a slack line. That's key, because if you make your line go taut, engage your bail while the bait's falling, the bait's going to pendulum away from the wall, and you're going to get out of the strike zone. So here's something else I look for, and this is a pretty obvious place right here, is we've got a big fallen tree that's intersecting this seawall, and it's got some branches that are sticking out into it. Now this is an excellent place for fish to be. It's something different. It's something that stands out, a little bit of change along this basically straight wall. Definitely a key target. Anytime you see something like that, anytime you see, a lot of times there's riprap or rock that stabilizes the base of a seawall, and maybe it comes out a little further in a certain area. Key spot, any kind of change. Of course, any kind of brush or anything you might see that would represent a change, you want to key on as a possible location for spawning fish. But I'm going to move along a little bit faster here as we move past this excellent piece of habitat right here. And I'm going to get to the back of this particular spawning area. And you really got to do that. You got to go out of your way to get all the way back. Not halfway back, not 3/4 of the way back, but all the way back. Because the fish are going to do that. They're going to come all the way to the back before they make their beds. Now on a place like this, where we've got walls leading all the way to the back, I'm going to fish these walls in an effort to catch maybe a pre-spawn or post-spawn fish that might be on its way in or out of a pocket like this. So I'll spend a little time flipping along this particular type of habitat. But for the spawning fish, I'm going to slow down now, and I'm going to be looking for these fish to be in the back corners. I don't, you know, wherever you're at around the country, it's those back corners. The very back of the back is where you're going to find those first spawners setting up. And this particular scenario is no different. And I'm going to make sure that I put my casts right in the corner, right on that wall, and I'm going to spend a lot of time.
Welcome to Bass University TV, an online video training course where you'll learn champion bass fishing techniques from pro anglers Pete Glusek, Mike Iaconelli, and their talented special guests. From on the water to in the classroom, you'll learn sound techniques and strong fundamental bass fishing skills. Watch hours of video content on multiple topics at your own pace for a low monthly fee. Cancel at any time. Information is power in the sport of fishing, so learn from the very best. Subscribe to Bass University TV today.